Well, for the second straight year, the Nashville Supercross brought us one of those rounds where a handful of top riders suffered bad crashes. In Nashville, Ken Roczen parked his Suzuki in the heat race in 5th place after a confident lead, and started the main event with a very convincing pace in 2nd place. Here he was able to keep Jet Lawrence, who was behind him, at a distance at the beginning, and at the in Eli Tomac, who was in the lead, stayed on before the dramatic crash occurred. In front of the whoops, there was a very steep rhythm section, which at the beginning only Ken Roczen and Eli Tomac jumped over in a whole set as a triple. This involved jumping from a great height into a short landing with an enormous amount of force being transferred to the shock absorbers. During the landing, the shock absorber housing exploded, and the ensuing whoops proved fatal for Ken Roczen. The damper lost its function and catapulted the Suzuki pilot out of the saddle and caused him to climb dangerously over the handlebars. Ken Roczen was able to absorb the impact to some extent with good body control. The crash happened on the 8th lap of the main event, when Roczen was right behind race leader Eli Tomac. However, in the repetition and in some of the photographer's pictures, some details about the fall could be seen. The left ankle was severely overstretched and is consistent with Eli Tomac's Achilles tendon injury incident from last Supercross season. Some parts of the shock absorber could also be identified in the photos. According to his own statements, Kenny is okay so far. The team is also carrying out some investigations on the defective shock absorber, as it has only had around 3 hours of operation, and such a malfunction has never been detected before. A defective seal is ruled out. Roczen said on IG, "I thought bull riding to be more fun. Getting some MRIs on Monday. Knee, ankle, and toes got all of it. We are doing some investigation, as my shock body only had about 3H on it, and we have never seen it malfunction like that. It wasn't a seal or anything. The bottom cap / housing, or whatever you want to call it, completely exploded. What a bummer. It was shaping up to be a good battle. But once again, you can't take a old German oak out just like that. We'll be back. I just don't know when yet, LOL." Roczen has repeatedly experimented with different chassis manufacturers, but the latest case certainly does not increase confidence in his chosen chassis professional factory connection. Whether there will be another change after this incident remains to be seen. Further updates will be made available after Roczen has received more evaluation tomorrow. Roczen is currently 6th in 450 SX standings with 3 races left to go, but it seems likely he might not be ready for round 15 in Philadelphia next week. This crash was brutal, and as the smoke started, you just had to hope that Roczen could have made it through the last couple of whoops. He did the best he could in this situation.